It isn't racist to dislike Black Panther. Hello and welcome back to Meerkat Chris. Now I wasn't going to make another video on Black Panther. I thought I'd already been done and dusted with it with the review I did the other day. But totally unbiased review, might I add. 4 things I liked, 4 things I disliked. It's kind of an evened out review and it makes a lot of sense. And I thought I had a lot of understandable points as to why I didn't particularly like Black Panther as a film. I was actually in the process of editing my new collection update video, which I was hoping to get up today, but I've just had an overwhelmingly weird reaction to my Black Panther review. I was kind of uneasy about putting the review out there in the first place because I know what the internet can be like with all its backlash and all that. But it wasn't until I started noticing that people were commenting on my video basically saying that I was brave for doing a review of a film, an honest review of a film. A lot of them went on to say that they were unable to express their opinion on the film and couldn't even criticize the film in genuine fear of getting called racist for just having a view on a film, you know. Am I crazy in this? I don't get it. I don't have a clue what's going on with the world, but yeah, it wasn't until that and this. I had been waiting all day for some idiot just basically not even watch the review, not even bother to hear me out throughout the review, just see that I didn't particularly love the film in the title of or the thumbnail, and then just give it a dislike and say, "You're racist. You're effing racist. Go kill yourself." What the heck? You can't say stuff like that to people. You shouldn't be allowed to say stuff like that to people. I don't get that stemmed from nothing. If he had actually watched my review, there was literally no mention of race or anything in my video the whole time. Not one thing hinting at anybody in my video being racist. In fact, there's not really any mention of race in general in the comments section of my video, and I got quite a lot of comments on that video, especially in comparison to my normal type of videos, because I feel like just a lot of people who just happen to not love the film are kind of feeling a bit vulnerable at the moment, you know, and that shouldn't be the case. Why? Why is this the case? It's a film. Black Panther is still, at the end of the day, a film, like any of the other MCU entries, and as a matter of fact, there are Marvel Cinematic Universe entries that I actually dislike quite a bit more than Black Panther, but I never get called racist or anything for that. I think everybody in the comment section of my video who said that they just didn't like the film for whatever reason, didn't just exactly put a comment saying, "Oh my god, I hate this film, this film should die." You know, nobody put stuff like that. They all said something like, "Oh yeah, I didn't really care for the film either," and then put a valid point after, like maybe it was something to do with the pacing of the film, which was a common complaint, or maybe, like I said in my video, maybe it was just a lack of interest in the property, you know. And this point proves that this guy just didn't watch my video. If he'd have actually watched, I actually even state that I really enjoyed Michael B. Jordan's performance in the film as the villain. I loved his character in it. I want to see more of his character in the MCU. I want to see more of him. He's that good. I had issues with the lead character, but that was all from a narrative and like writing perspective. I get the feeling people aren't listening. If they'd have even just taken a look around my channel, they would know that another review I did for Get Out from last year was one of my favourite films of last year. I loved that film. I think I gave it like a high 8 out of 10. And that tackled racist themes. In fact, it seemed to be heavily going against white people in that film. You know, it seemed to portray them as horrible people towards other races. I loved that film. It was a genuinely well-made film with some great themes and messages in that film. And it was enjoyable. I loved Django Unchained as well, which is literally a film where Django just goes and shoots up a bunch of white guys, you know? I love that film. It's brilliant. And I'm always rooting for Django in that film. He is a great character. My review of Black Panther literally judged it as a film, as a technical piece of work. And you know what? It's not racist to criticize a film. It just isn't, okay? We do it with every other film. I don't get why, when it comes to certain films like this, and Wonder Woman, which I'm gonna get onto in a second, I don't get why it's racist to say stuff like this towards Black Panther. I don't get what's going on. What is going on? It's a film. It's a film. Anyone of any race can have an opinion, and they should be allowed to have an opinion. Granted, you can disagree and agree with certain opinions, and certain opinions can be wrong, okay? Some can be wrong. There are some genuinely horrible people out there for no other reason than being just horrible. But criticising a film for its technical, narrative, acting and directing, for example, aspects, that isn't racist. Okay, that's what we do as people who love films in general. I'm not here to offend anyone, which is what I feel like some people, for some reason, got from that video, to be offended. I feel like it's more of a case where people are genuinely just looking out for these particular videos that necessarily didn't love Black Panther, just to, you know, fuel their hatred. I don't get it. I didn't even dislike the film. I even say that in my review, which I don't think most people went ahead and looked at, because I didn't dislike it. You know what? There are actually people who are just racist. Actually horribly racist. And calling just anybody racist kind of belittles the phrase racist, don't you think? It kind of belittles the issue of racism as an actual issue. I just feel like more attention should have been given towards genuine racists. Not towards people who just simply didn't agree with a film, you know? Even the best films ever made have people who just didn't like them for whatever reason, you know? It literally reminds me of the situation about a year ago when Wonder Woman came out, which was another superhero film that tried something a little different. It had a female lead this time as opposed to the typical male lead. And you know what? It was a good film. I like it. I had a lot of issues with it, again, from a technical and narrative aspect. But you know, you get called misogynistic for that. I'm not angry. I'm confused. I'm actually genuinely confused. I'm confused. Anyway, I know I've been rambling on a little bit here and there, but I think the point I wanted to make was that if you do have an opinion on this film, whether it be good or bad, don't be afraid to say it. You know, you shouldn't be afraid to say it. I can understand some scenarios where I can understand you're terrified to say your opinion because some people are just horrible. But if you've got valid arguments, go ahead. Like, I want Black Panther, the film, to be good. I wanted it to be great. I just didn't happen to think that it was great, you know? I want to see them improve on what I didn't like for the future installments so that I can really enjoy the films, you know? I don't get what's wrong with that. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the video. Why not leave a like and subscribe? Because, you know, I do a lot of film and video game stuff on this channel. And, you know, if you're here and you haven't checked out my Black Panther review, why not go check it out? It's a non-biased review, which was totally unintentional, but it is non-biased because it's 4 things liked and 4 things disliked. How is that's not biased? And thank you to all the people who've been subscribing recently and to all the people that have been showing some super positive and understandable support on my last video, the Black Panther review. For even the people that liked the film commenting, who even disagreed with me, I'm still glad they were there. I'm interested in seeing other people's opinions. I'm just not interested in seeing people just hate on everyone because they dislike the film, you know? Oh my goodness. Ugh. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Yeah. Goodbye. Bye.